Hey guys, gonna make small video to show some details before I'm gonna complete the front. Engine is already inside. Pretty much everything is assembled except radiators and some stuff in front. For the rest, everything is good, except just gonna show you details about stuff that, like, if anyone gonna work on it and like have questions for some specific stuff. Example, belt. To be honest, what I can say, N63 probably been one of the worst after Audi A8 D3, like 2004, 2010, I think, or 8, with V8, where you have like no space, like you can do clearly nothing, like everything's supposed to be like disassemble. Like example, you need to do something in front, you need to disassemble completely the front, like a bumper, reinforced bars, headlights, radiators, everything to do any kind of job. So was probably my worst, but I guess this one is one of the close to that too, because no space. If you forget anything, especially like when you're doing like something an engine, like, or you completely remove the engine, that's a nightmare, because most of the people, what they're doing, they basically just put remove bolts from subframe, and they put it subframe down with the engine and everything. Most easy way. But example, like in my case, like for that moment I don't have a lift. So, and also the problem is that, like, I took this project when the engine been already out, and I never worked with this N63, never knew where the stuff going. So everything was on parts, and it's really hard to figure out where the stuff going. I had some parts that, like, I was looking on online on diagrams, but again, on diagrams it doesn't show you exactly where it's go, where it's fixed and everything. And some stuff I failed because some stuff you think you already assemble everything on engine before to put inside of the car, but in reality there was still some stuff to assemble before you put the engine inside of the car. So then what's happened is that as soon as the engine is already inside and you're trying to put this part that you found that you need to install it, and you need to, like, basically found the way how to install inside of the car, that's just ridiculous. Like some stuff, some parts I spent it like 3-5 hours to figure out how to put it back. Because example, this one, if you see down there, there's like this part. Yeah, you don't see much, but there's this part. There's a bracket. It's actually fixed on 2 bolts of your AC pump. But the problem, you don't have a space. Like here you got like your frame. Down there you got your subframe. Down there you got axle. So pretty much no space. Like you have little bit of space between your axle and frame on top, but again with extensions and everything, from the back side with your second hand you trying to put your extension ratchet and try to feel it with your hand where is the bolts, because one bolt is like on top there and one is just under this stupid hose. It's just like it's pain. It's so basically that's one of the examples that this part supposed to be assembled when the engine was out, and I didn't know because there was like just bracket. So I was thinking that it's going like somewhere after, like on car or whatever, and on diagrams I didn't saw anything where it's exactly going. So I said like, okay, well, it's supposed to be go like when the engine gonna be already assembled, because it's basically it's a return line for dynamic drive for all those hoses. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna done like as those one that already been inside of the car. But in reality, no, it was actually going to install on those two bolts that keep your AC pump to the engine, and there's no space. There's like it's hard to put it back. So I spent it around, I can say 3-4 hours on just on this to put it back. I done it's originally where it's supposed to be, but it was hard. Then because like from there, if you see, it's going to that pipe, and it's going on in front here, and it's going around here, yeah. So it's like it's moving this like this, and it's going here. So yeah, so it's pretty much pain in the ass to do kind of job. So if you disassemble everything, make sure that you know and you remember where it's going, take pictures or whatever, because like in my case, I didn't have any info, any ideas, because how say, like I never worked on this engine before, and the engine was already out of the car, and the car was already been on parts. So like a previous owner, he still like previous person who worked on this car, he still put it everything, most of the stuff on order. So like I still had like some nuts that been screwed to the places where it's supposed to be. So he done his job, I can say, pretty well. But the problem is like it's not about the person who disassembled. It's exactly about situation where you just don't know, where you basically don't know where the stuff going, because you never disassemble this engine. So that's one stuff. So make sure that you put everything back together. Basically, if you're doing my way, like I done in case of remove the engine from the top with jack and everything. Everything was supposed to stay inside of engine bay. It's basically those hoses, all those. What else? Yeah, there is another one. This one. This stupid plastic supposed to fix two. It's going to fix here. You see, like this bolt here, and one actually fix to your intake manifold on air, for air, and that's a pain in the ass, because finally for this one I wasn't able to do it, because no space, like completely no space. There's supposed to be somewhere around there, there's supposed to be like a special place where you put your bolt and fix it, a second position. I wasn't able. It's just was no access at all, like no access at all. And also, like, I didn't care much, because I know the hose going from your power steering pump to that pipe. So pretty much I tied it for a pipe and with hose. So it's like I have like my two points of support. So it was enough. For the rest, what else? For your another stupid idea of BMW that like I didn't understand the point, because it's so stupid. We talk about this belt for your AC pump. First of all, it's very tight. Like I'm not even sure if it's gonna rip often or not. How say, like I never used this car before, so but I feel like it's pretty tight, and you don't have any kind of, how say, I don't remember the name, pulleys that basically like this one, that basically make your tensioner, well, like it's a tensioner, How it's work? Let's say you need like to change your belt is broken or whatever. So you need to basically, like now I don't have like any front parts, so it's easy for me. But so first of all, you need to untight those 4 bolts. Then when you untight, you put your belt back. You can say, well, easy, just put belt back, put those 4 bolts back, and that's it. But no, that's a problem. You need to remove 4 bolts. Then your pulley gonna be loose. It's gonna just stay on this clip inside, so it's never gonna fall, but like it's gonna just start to move basically when you first of all you need to figure out exactly. First of all, you need to figure out that this flash supposed to go to that side, so it's supposed to look like this. Because if you see, it's only going to that position, moving to that position, doesn't move to that position. So you need to turn your engine and figure out. Imagine like you don't have a space. I have like so many radiators here, so I need to figure out that my position of this shit supposed to be supposed to look to that direction. Second of all, when you put this, you remove those bolts, you put your belt back, but the problem, like you can't put your bolts back because your belt is so short that you need to pull your pulley to that side, between here and your another kind of balancer, basically. I use it crowbar, and I can say the amount of force that you need to use to move this back it's pretty tough, actually, to make sure that you align with your pulley hole and your balancer to put your bolts back. So it's ridiculous. And how I say, like I done this job here, like I have like a space I can move, like I have like that much space. But when I have radiators, forget about you can't put this stupid stuff back. At least they have some specific tools or whatever that are like, I don't know, because I'm pretty sure like some people doing this service, like there's no way that like you can do this. But again, like my question is not even about this. My question is like, why you wasn't able to put this stupid tensioner on this section, or make one belt, like a huge belt, like Audi doing. I think they have like a one belt, like a long belt for everything, and that's it. It's like everything is run. Like you have one tensioner that like do tension for all your belt, and you use for AC, for a power steering pump, for your water pump. Everything is work. Why make life complicated? And you can't like, honestly, like I don't know, like if I'm gonna put everything back, I'm not sure how I can replace this belt. So for sure now, like I replaced it for a brand new and everything. So, but still, that's another part. What else? Here I don't even say anything. It's pretty tight. Everything is pretty tight. No space here, like at all. Like I don't have a. If I got something to do, I don't have a space. What else? Yeah, for turbo lines, those stuff that actually going from turbo, I think it's a return line. Make sure that like when you put those bolts back, you actually kick it with something around more close to the pipe, down, because bolt doesn't put your pipe completely to the engine. So basically it's gonna just bend your bracket, but it's not gonna tight your pipe. So you better to kick it with something like sharp, I can say, to make sure that the pipe is going completely down, because there's like a O-ring, and it might leak if you didn't put it completely down. So I can say that like those bolts doing pretty much nothing, because the pipe actually doesn't go by itself by bolts. That's another part. What else? Yeah, I think it's pretty much that's it. Here is like again so much stuff to was assemble it. Like this, I can say you can do this basically all this outside of when the engine was out, but like in my case my turbos wasn't been ready, so I put it everything before that. Oh yeah, also make sure if you're doing something with turbos or whatever, if you have some problems with turbos, like let's say boost leak, something wrong with pretty much boost leak, or something with turbos, and you're gonna work just like if you have no problems, but you would like to replace or clean something, or you like work and you need to I suggest you to remove your diverter valves, other ways how they call this, blow-off valves. Those one is here and one is around, it's around there. Yeah, it's around like this. It's you don't even see, you need to open all this. So when you open them, they're using like a pin with kind of like kind of like, I'm not sure like how it's called this, like it's basically it's block your air, and it's block air in this side. So it's like it's close, it's open and close. What's happened is that cause too much heat producing, it's crack your plastic, so your pin is just passing through your plastic and it doesn't do anything. So pretty much you have a hole, and it's not gonna build the boost, I guess, because it's supposed to stay off, and then at some point it's supposed to close. It's supposed to open. So it doesn't do. It's not gonna do anything. Also inspect your even if those one is correct. Mine was completely finished. Even if this side is correct, still check your hosing, or like not hosing, but like your plastic outside, because sometimes they have a cracks, so it's gonna give you another boost leak or whatever. So yeah, so make sure that you check those one if you're doing some jobs on turbos or whatever, because it's really hard to remove them if it's assembled, or like if you want to just remove it when they fail, you need to disassemble a lot of stuff. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm still trying to figure out some wires, because like still some wires, like example this one for my water, I'm not sure where it's going. Still didn't understand, because there's like a missing some plugs, so I'm trying to figure out this. Yeah, so I'm trying to assemble everything back and see if it's gonna work or not. Yeah, for the rest I think it's good. If any other situations, I'm gonna let you know. Maybe another situation I can show you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to show you. Yeah, here. You see, that's the axle for front wheel drive. So pretty much those axles, you need to be sure that like when you put it, let's say you disassemble it or something, like, or replace its axle, make sure that you kick the axle back completely, because there's like a special ring on at the end of this axle inside, and if you just put it back, it doesn't click it. So it's supposed to click. That's when it's completely on, because if not, you're gonna put your you're gonna tight your what's called you're gonna tight your bolt for your wheel, but situation what's gonna happen is that like one moment it's become loose, so it's gonna go that side, and then you have your what's called fluid for your front differential that is located around that side in around here, but like it's huge at that side. So what's happening is that like it's gonna start to leak from here. So first of all, your axle is not completely flex, and second of all, you're gonna lose a lot of fluid, and then you might fail your differential. So make sure that when you put it back, kick it a little bit to make sure that it's click, so it's gonna be inside. It's not supposed to be loose. It's not supposed to go out completely. It might be loose inside of your boot for your axle, but not it's not supposed to move here. So yeah, so for the rest, pretty much that's it. I think yeah, it's don't think I have any other stuff to show. Here is like everything assembled. When the engine is out, more easy. Even I can say like wiring everything. How say, like it was my first time for sure. If it was my I'm gonna do this job like another time with another car or whatever, or maybe even with this car, for sure it's gonna be process gonna be a little bit different, because I clearly now see what I can leave on the engine and just put the engine out, put the engine down or out, whatever, and what I can't leave, and I need to leave everything like more inside of the car. Yeah. For downpipes, I already say this in some Facebook groups. Chinese downpipes, shit. I bought them from a local guy in my close city here. Pretty cheap, and I didn't have my original one, so I said like it's gonna make a job. But yeah, it's like a little bit fail, because here's the situation. It's completely off, so I can put my special like kind of covers here that's supposed to go to eliminate the heat, because it's like completely off. It's off that side too, like it's almost touching the firewall. I make it sure that it's work, but it's pretty close. So yeah, it's shit. I don't recommend them. They're cheap, and how say, like I use it before, like on Mini Cooper. I use it Chinese headers. Was perfect how say, design, basically, like everything was fitted properly, and nothing didn't had any problems with, was good part, but those one so what else? Yeah, pretty much that's it. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna forget something else while I'm doing my process. I'm gonna let you know. For now, the rest is everything is work. So yeah.